Good morning, all of you. I'm Dr. Shahin, and today I will teach you a short story by Rohinton Mystery. And the story is The Ghost of Firozsha Baag. This topic is mentioned in the syllabus of Delhi University English Language through Literature 2. On the demand of the students, I am delivering these lectures. So, Rohinton Mistry is an Indian-born Canadian writer. His novels have Indian settings which reflect the Parsi's contexts. His works mainly explore the themes of family issues, poverty, discrimination, marginalization, and the social influences. Rohinton Mistry's short story, The Ghost of Firozsha Baag, is about how the lower class people are treated differently on the basis of class, religion, and reason. This story is about a female character called Jaqueline who left her village in Goa at the age of 14 and shifted to a place called Firozsha Baag in Bombay. And this story, The Ghost of Firozsha Baag. So now the story revolves around the protagonist named Jaqueline, who is now a 63-year-old maid, and she has spent 49 years of her life in the service of the rich Parsi family in Bombay. Okay, the story shifts between past and present as Jaqueline shifts between her current narrative and her childhood memories. Okay, now she describes her memories of growing up in Panjim and the journey from Goa to Bombay, where she started her work as a maid in the age of 15 years old, and how she feels nostalgic for her home in village. Now, where she was happier and more satisfied living in the village of Goa rather than living in Bombay. She is a servant, a Catholic, and she confronts the issue of racism because of dark skin. She feels that Parsis prefer Mandalorian Catholic because they have light skin color. People called Jaqueline Blackie because of her dark skin. The writer here exposed the internalized racist attributes of the Parsis people that even after the British left India, their influence in the context of racism continued. The story explores the unjust ways house workers, servants are usually subalternized and marginalized. We find the same attitudes meted out to Jaqueline by her owners, by and set, who were her owners. They treat her otherwise and force her to sleep outside room on a chilly December night because they don't want any disturbance to wake up and open the door for her. Okay, so her owner provides the separate utensils and makes her always sit on the floor instead of the bed. She is not even provided a proper place to sleep. And she doesn't feel comfortable in sleeping in chilly December with this thin blanket which her owner provides her. She is degraded and marginalized by her owners. They treat her strictly and expect her listen to them obediently. So here what we find? We find here class disparity which prevails in our society. The narrator of this story is Jaqueline, who people call her Jakali. So now the plot starts. The plot of the story begins with Jaqueline who sees a ghost on the staircase after midnight mass when she returns in the early hours of Christian morning. She was scared to see the ghost and was not in a position to breathe properly. She ran fast towards the third floor and heaved a sigh. When she shared this incident about seeing a ghost on the stair with her masters and neighbors, nobody believed her words and they instead made fun of her. Gradually, the ghost, on the other hand, became persistent in its attention to Jaqueline. In the coming days, the ghost started visiting her every week on every Friday night and now shared her bed. He sat on her chest and kept bouncing up and down, but she was unable to push him up because she was now weak. She was baffled when nobody in Bombay believed in ghosts, but it reminds her of her village in Goa where everyone believed in ghosts. Now she had no option except tolerating the ghost's indiscreet behavior quietly. The ghost's mischiefs and indiscretions reminded Jaqueline of Caston, who was a village boy and always flirted the girls of the village in Goa. But it was long back, 49 years ago when this thing happened in her village, Goa. And at that time, she was in her early teens. But now she has become 60 years old. Still, the ghost pursued her. It was unbelievable to her. Now, Christmas festival was at hand, so she decided to unburden herself and confess all the details before the priest about the mischievous behavior of the ghost. Where she confessed before the church priest, and the church priest was Father De Silva, who assured her that she was blameless because it was not her fault. It was not her wish to have the ghost sleeping with her. The priest showers blessings on her and the ghost stopped visiting her. But the story doesn't end here. The climax of the story starts here. The climax of the story starts when one day on New Year's Eve, Jaqueline's owners left for a party and gave the responsibility of taking care of their children to her. Jaqueline kept waiting for her employers, but they didn't arrive on time, so she was not in a position to sleep, leaving the children alone who were under her care. She went to the balcony to see the car of Baag and Sid, who were her owners, if they came or not. She felt it was a chilly weather, and so she went again to the room and brought a white bed sheet and wrapped her entire body, including her head and ears. In the past midnight, when Baag and Sid, her owners, returned from the party, Bai looked up towards the balcony and saw an image in white dress, and she screamed because she was scared. It was frightened screaming, and she screamed, "Bhoot, bhoot." Jaqueline understood it that her owner was frightened, so she quite quickly went inside and lay down on the bed. Bai took the white figure of Jaqueline as Bhoot. She anyhow climbed upstairs, thinking in her mind whether the ghost was gone or not. She extremely trembling, mustered her courage to enter the room and in a slow voice speaks, "Wake up, Jaqueline, wake up, please wake up." Jaqueline now pretended to be sleeping fast. However, no, she was not sleeping fast, but she was pretending as if she was sleeping. Now she, on the voice of her owner, she sat on her bed. She assured by her owner that everything is okay, ma'am, and even children are okay, so please don't worry. Her owner said, No, Jaqueline, I'm not worried because but I am worried because I saw the ghost on the stairs. Very eagerly, she explained it to Jaqueline. And she said to Jaqueline, do you know, Jaqueline, the ghost you saw last year is back now. I have seen him with my own eyes. So she explained it to her maid. Now, Jaqueline wanted to laugh on her owner's Bai's doubts, but she stopped herself from laughing because she wanted to see the behavior of Bai, and telling the truth would vanish the key points of the story. Now, Bai believed the past words of Jaqueline about the presence of the ghost and mentioned, "Jaqueline, you were telling the truth and I was angry with you and made fun of you." But now I will tell everyone in my neighborhood that there really is a bhoot. Now everybody will believe. Then Bai arranged a special Parsi ritual and called the Sturji to perform the rituals. After performing the rituals, they believed the ghost vanished away. So the writer here wants to convey the message how a maid's word is ignored and not believed when a person belonging to a powerful class says the same thing, people believe his or her words easily. When there was really a ghost and Jaqueline informed them, nobody believed her words and made mockery about the ghost. But however, there was presence of ghost. But what happened now? Although there was no ghost in reality this time, it was Jaqueline who had wrapped herself in the white bedsheet to protect herself from shivering cold, which her owner took as a bhoot. So ओवरऑल जो राइटर है यहाँ रोहिंटन मिस्त्री, वो यही कहना चाह रहे हैं कि हमारे समाज में, सोसाइटी में कैसे लोअर क्लास लोगों के वॉइस को इग्नोर किया जाता है, सप्रेस किया जाता है, मजाक बनाया जाता है, लेकिन उसी बात को अगर अपर क्लास के लोग बोलते हैं तो उनके बातों पे बिलीव किया जाता है. सो यहाँ पर क्या है, the suppression of the voice, the marginalization of the lower caste people is reflected in this story. Thanks for today.